going on YouTube? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance video today. Today we're going to be doing a dual review. We're going to be taking a look at two scents from two different houses that are centered around the note of oud. These are both new, relatively new releases. They are masculine men's fragrances. One is from this year, 2020, and one is from 2014. So this is probably the first time on this channel where we featured two fragrances in one video that are not from decades ago. So they are from the house of Jacques Bogart, and it is Jacques Bogart One Man Show Oud Edition. And then from the awesome clone house Milton Lloyd, this is Milton Lloyd Mojo number 10. So what we're going to do, we're going to break down these fragrances by taking a look at their box and bottle presentation. Then we're going to talk about the fragrances notes. Then I'm going to go over the fragrances performance on my skin, then give them my overall thoughts, and then of course my overall rating. But before we get started, I do want to say if it is your first time taking a look at my channel and you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button to support the channel. And of course, if you want to and have an Instagram, go ahead and check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel. And of course, photos of fragrances from my collection. Let's get started. All right, let's take a look at the presentation for Jacques Bogart's One Man Show Oud Edition. You can take a look at the box, exactly the same as all the other One Man Show box, except it's got this very, very dark, almost chocolate brown, and you got the gold lettering there, One Man Show Oud Edition, the Bogart logo there, and there, of course, an Oud Edition down here. This is a 100 ml bottle, and you got nothing really much going on the top. The side, just that wraparound. On the back, you got some brand information, and on the bottom, you got your barcode. So if we switch over to the Milton Lloyd box, this is the perfumer choice style. So you can see it says there, Mojo number 10. You got the Milton Lloyd logo on the top. They are guaranteeing 9 hours of performance on this one, but we'll get into that in a moment. On the side, they list the notes and some information about Milton Lloyd. And you can see here on the bottom, you got your barcode and then again, your batch code as well too. So pretty cool boxes. We'll take a look at the bottles. This is Oud Edition. You can see same thing, just that dark transparent brown glass, built-in sprayer, Bogart symbol there, and One Man Show Oud Edition. On the back, you don't have much going on, and then you have embossed glass there for the batch code too. It is a built-in sprayer, my favorite. Let's take a look at the distribution. I'll spray some on this hand. Nice distribution on that one. Now switching over to the Milton Lloyd bottle. So I actually am not a big a fan as this bottle. Like they have that one Victor number 9 and that one is an Aventus clone. I like the ones that look like the Man Silver. That's my preference, but again, that's, you know, minor detail. You can see here it's like a cartridge tube. You got all the Milton Lloyd information going around here. They have their disclaimer to make sure that it's real. You got the cap there, comes right off, and then they have these awesome atomizers that are like aerosol atomizers too. So we'll spray this one on. This hand, great distribution, and then the Milton Lloyd logo arrow on there. It might be hard to see, sorry for the glare. So the presentation for both of these are pretty cool. All right, so the notes for One Man Show Oud Edition, unlike its original fragrance, One Man Show, this one doesn't have nearly as many notes. So on the top, you have galbanum, red thyme, and bergamot. And then in the middle, you have agarwood or oud, spices, and geranium. And then at the base, you have leather, patchouli, and papyrus. Switching over to Milton Lloyd, they actually listed again on the box like I had mentioned. In the top, you have aromatic rosewood. In the middle, you have spices and amber. And then in the base, you have sandalwood, vetiver, and oud. The notes that I pick up on the most when it comes to One Man Show are definitely the agarwood or oud. I think in the beginning, there's a little bit of bergamot. And then in the base, it really dries down to that nice leather and patchouli, which I really enjoy. It's kind of got a sweetness to it, but those are the notes that stand out the most for One Man Show Oud Edition. For Milton Lloyd, the rosewood right on top, you kind of get a hint of floral, then the spices and amber, but it really has that oud. That kind of stays with it. I think that dominates the fragrance the most in this one in particular. Okay, so performance. This is an easy one. They're both beast mode. There's no question about it. Both of these fragrances are going to last over 9 hours. Let's start with this one. I think I get 10 hours out of this fragrance. It projects really strong for like 2 to 3 hours, and then it dries down and it leaves a nice scent trail. It'll last on close. One Man shows have always been great performers, but this one in particular is insanely good for the One Man Show line. I'm definitely getting 10 hours out of it, 9 to 10 hours, I would say. Whereas this one is even stronger. I'm easily getting 12 to 15 hours. It'll last days on clothing. This one projects strong for like 4 hours. You can smell it in the air. You do not need to spray heavy with this. You don't need to spray heavy with either of these, but this one definitely outperforms One Man Show Oud Edition for sure. This is, I mean, they're great performers, both of them, don't get me wrong, but this one really stands out in performance for sure. All right, let's go over my overall thoughts for both One Man Show Oud Edition and Mojo by Milton Lloyd. So I think these are both excellent fragrances. I really, really am enjoying both of them. And, to be honest, I don't have a lot of oud fragrances. I think that's a side of the masculine men's fragrances that I really haven't tapped into yet, because when you think about all the classics that I like to review, oud really wasn't big then, I don't think. And correct me if I'm wrong. Again, there's people out there with vast more knowledge in fragrances than I have. But I think the green aromatic fougere, the oak moss, woody scents like that, things that I cover like Koros, the Animalic, that was more of the style back then. Oud seemed to kind of come into play much later on, like maybe the early 2000s. So, mid 2000s. So, I don't have a lot of experience with oud fragrances, but I don't really think I need much more than this. It's not my favorite note in the world. It's somewhat challenging for me sometimes, but I've found two really inexpensive ones, and I think these are great for beginners. There's a reviewer, Signature Scent Review, Zach. He just did a review on One Man Show Oud Edition, and it was an awesome video. Go check it out. He mentioned that he thinks that this is not for beginners. That's the only thing I kind of disagree on. I think this is perfect for it, because let's just say you've tried some oud scents before, right? And you're not sure if you like it that much. This is an inexpensive scent. Same with this one. I think they're perfect because of their price range. $17. This was $20. This is harder to get in the United States. I was able to find it on Amazon. At first, I saw it on Sir Smells a Lot channel, and he always is reviewing Milton Lloyd's. That's how I even found out about the house. But I think both of these are perfect for beginners, because if you turn out not to like oud, you didn't spend the top dollar things for stuff like this. This is a sample of Tom Ford's Oud Wood Intense. And this is a sample, or was a sample, of just the regular Tom Ford Oud Wood. Those are private blend. That's $150 for a 50 ml, whereas these are both $20 fragrances. This is actually a little more than the normal Milton Lloyd. Usually they're around 10, but I think since I had to order it, because I don't think it's hit the US heavily yet, I did find it on Amazon though, and it was Amazon in the US too. So I'm really happy about that one. Like the fragrance here, this is fresh and clean. It opens up with a little bit of floral, and then it has this like just really airy, woody. It smells like oud. It really does, to me, at least with my experience. And this one's got a little bit more scent development. This is a deeper fragrance than this one. I think this is a little bit more simpler. This one opens up and it's got this sweetness, and then it kind of after an hour will dry down to a really nice, like smoky leather oud. It's obviously synthetic, but who cares? You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be, the highest of agarwood or oud quality. It smells amazing. They're both excellent performers. They're both awesome for the fall and wintertime, the cool weather. These will cut through the cool weather. And I think late 20s and up would wear this. You could definitely make these a daily signature scent. You could probably wear them because of their masculinity. You could wear them in a formal setting if you wanted to. You don't need to spray heavy on either one of these. I think that they have a great masculine appeal. And for oud, I think that it's awesome. I wouldn't spray this one too much because it could kind of be cloying. I wouldn't go heavy with this one either, because I did that and it kind of has then a burnt rubber smell. Whereas if you just do that, you're good. And it smells beautiful in the air. So let's talk about if I had to pick one of these. This isn't the rating. If I had to pick just one, I would have to go Milton Lloyd. And here's why. Price range, they're the same. Performance, they're both excellent. This does beat it a little bit in performance, but the smell is so clean when you just do one or two sprays. And to me, it smells exactly like Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and it's a fraction of the price. This thing's got its own thing going on. I think this smells a little bit more like oud than this does. I love this one, but I think this is just another testament to why Milton Lloyd is one of the greatest cologne houses. And I'm so happy I'm discovered that house, because they have just crushed it on everything that I've gotten. And this is a must-have if you like oud, if you're a beginner and you want to check it out. And it's a nice breakup from a lot of the green, masculine fougères that I wear typically, especially this time of year. All right, guys, it's time for the overall rating for both One Man Show Oud Edition by Jacques Bogart and Mojo by Milton Lloyd. Let's talk about the presentation. I'm going to give the presentation for Milton Lloyd an 8 out of 10. I love the sprayer. I like the box. I just prefer the other bottle style that they have versus this when they do the Perfumer's Choice style. One Man Show, absolutely love it, 9 out of 10. I love the built-in sprayer. So presentation, this one's going to take it. When it comes to performance, 10 out of 10. This goes above and beyond 10 hours. This is right there at 9 out of 10. And scent, I absolutely love this one, but I'm going to have to give this one a 7.5 out of 10, whereas this is going to get an 8 out of 10. But they're both going to, break down to an average of an 8.5 out of 10 for overall rating. So again, these are awesome fragrances. I really like it, but if I had to pick one, I think this is a better quality personally in terms of the way the scent smells to me. I like it better. It smells just like the higher end Tom Ford, but at a fraction of the price. But again, they're both awesome choices for oud fragrances for beginners. Can't go wrong with either one. All right, guys, that was my review of both One Man Show Oud Edition by Jacques Bogart and Mojo by Milton Lloyd. Let me know if you have tried these. Again, go check out Zach from Signature Scent Reviews, his review of One Man Show Oud Edition. You can check out my very old one that I did, about a year ago, and go check out Sir Smell a Lot page as well too, because he also does a lot of Milton Lloyd's. Let me know if you tried it. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. What oud scents do you like? Do you like these? Do you find these too inexpensive? Do you prefer the more expensive ouds? Again, I don't have a lot of experience with oud fragrances. I would love to hear from all of you, and I always appreciate all the interaction. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Everybody, take care. I'll see you in the next video.